Let it rip, boys. A 1, a 2.
Tonight, are you ready?
Listen up! Attention.
You've got it locked.
Numbers 1.
A powerful force is about to hit this city.
Whether at home, at work, the most recognized source on the planet. This is the iPower Evening Show. This is the hottest radio station. The longest running online radio show.
Make it do what it do, baby.
All right, everybody. Stand by.
Mix it up Variety Wednesday.
For the thousands in attendance, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
It's about to go down. That's my pleasure.
DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Rafael Castro.
If we lucky, we got 'em.
I rated D. What? Dang, oh man!
And you know this, man.
That's how we players roll. For shizzle.
The iPower Evening Show.
Good evening, iPower Nation.
We on!
DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Rafael Castro.
En la casa, my peoples, bienvenido, te amo.
We're on the air live.
Hold up, wait a minute. Guess what day it is? Damn right, it's Mix It Up Variety Wednesday!
Yes, it is Mix It Up Variety Wednesday on the iPower Evening Show, the longest online radio program for the past 15 years. Playing today's hottest and throwback music on this jam-packed show for y'all tonight. Hope y'all had a good day this far on this hump day. We got 3 more days to the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for taking the 4-hour iPower Challenge listening to us. We're always encouraging those out there who are first-time listeners to please take the 4-hour iPower 1 Challenge, listening to all 4 hours of this online radio program. Now, how do you do that? Listen right now. On your laptop, phone, or tablet, go to our official website, iPower1FM.com. That's iPower1FM.com. Or go to TuneIn.com, type in keyword iPowerFM. That's iPowerFM.
Haters and critics are always welcome to listen to our show just by taking the 4-hour challenge to be informed, enlightened, letting only you be the judge for yourself.
Like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram. Keyword iPower1Real. That's iPower1Real.
We got back-to-back inspirational thought and music at 20 before the hour. Plus, Some Wrong Here Wednesdays during the Express Your Mind doubleheader in Hour 2 and also in Hour 3. Get y'all phone calls in for tonight's topic. All right, time to get down to some serious business and let's get the show cracking. This is the hardest working media guy in online radio, the travel jock, DeMarco J. Keep it locked, everyone. Our mics are now hot. This is the IPES. Good evening.
iPower 1 FM.
Now on Castro.com.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com. Keyword iPower FM.
Mix It Up Variety Wednesday on the iPower Evening Show, celebrating 15 years on iPower 1. DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Rafael Castro out here in NYC. Thank you for being with us. What you need to know is coming up at 25 before the hour. News coming from an urban perspective. Followed by Ricky's inspirational thought and music at 20 before the hour. Keep it locked.
The iPower Evening Show, where the best and the brightest are about to be informed.
You've seen her every Sunday on TV. Now hear her on the radio. Here and Now with your host, Sandra Bookman. A 10-minute segment talking about issues, news, and exclusive interviews from an African-American perspective. Check out ABC 7's Here and Now, Wednesdays in Hour 4, only on the iPower Evening Show. For more info, go to iPower1FM.com.
Up next, the Constant Q Report. Keep it locked on the iPower Evening Show.
Here we go. Mix It Up Variety Wednesday. It's the iPower Evening Show.
Time for tonight's New York forecast on iPower 98.9.
31 will be a low tonight, partly cloudy, breezy, and colder. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy, and much colder with a high of 37. Tomorrow night will be a low of 32 degrees in NYC. Bundle up. With your New York AccuWeather forecast on iPower 989, I'm DeMarco J.
Like and follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram. Keyword, iPower1Real. Listen to our online programs at iPower989NewYork.com or TuneIn.com. Keyword, iPower FM. Keep it locked on New York's iPower 989 FM.
Time now for the New York State Lottery numbers on New York's iPower 98.9.
Time for last night's New York winning lottery numbers for Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. Midday number daily drawings was 959. That's 959. Evening number daily drawings was 613. That's 613. Midday win for daily drawings was 3200. That's 3200. Evening number daily drawings was 0430. That's 0430. Midday take 5. 1, 9, 13, 22, 26. That's 1, 9, 13, 22, 26. Evening take 5. 5, 14, 28, 35, 36. That's 5, 14, 28, 35, 36. Cash for life. 4, 14, 16, 17, 52. With the cash ball number 4. That's 4, 14, 16, 17, 52. With the cash ball number 4. Mega Millions. 6, 17, 22, 57, 62. With the mega ball number 3. With the mega plier times 3. That's 6, 17, 22, 57, 62. With the mega ball number 3. With the mega plier times 3. There was no jackpot winners last night. The next estimated jackpot for Friday, February 25th, 2022 will be $87 million. And tonight's jackpot game is Powerball. Estimated jackpot, $45 million. For more results from recent or past lottery drawings online, log on to nylottery.ny.gov. That's nylottery.ny.gov and check out to see if you're a jackpot winner. Good luck.
iPower 1 FM. iPower Evening Show.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com. Keyword, iPower FM.
iPower 1. NYC, New York City. iPower 98.9. The iPower Evening Show. Live concert performances coming to the New York and Tri-State area. The Concert Q Report. Right here, right now. On the iPower Evening Show.
I'm UnPretty Ricky along with Rafael Castro. Time for the Concert Q Report. All major events announced are in Eastern Standard Time. Concert events are subject to change depending on the current pandemic.
Bad Bunny coming to the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey on Friday, March 16th at 8 p.m. J Balvin coming to the Prudential Center on Saturday, May 21st at 8 p.m. And coming to the Webster Bank Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut on Wednesday, May 25th at 8 p.m. Mark Anthony coming to the USB Arena on Long Island on Friday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Jerry Rivera and Tony Vega coming to the Palladium Times Square in NYC on Friday, April 1st at 8 p.m. El Gran Combo 60th Anniversary Tour with special guests coming to the Wind Creek Event Center in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania on Friday, June 10th at 8 p.m. and coming to the New Jersey Performing Arts Center in Newark, New Jersey on Saturday, October 8th at 8 p.m. Alberto Santa Rosa's Birthday Bash coming to the Beacon Theater in Nueva York on Sunday, August 21st at 7 p.m. And Victor Manuel coming to the Coverberg Center for the Arts in Queens on Saturday, October 22nd at 8 p.m.
New edition with Charlie Wilson coming to the Wells Fargo Center in Philly on Thursday, February 24th at 8 p.m. Coming to Madison Square Garden in NYC featuring Jodeci on Saturday, February 26th at 8 p.m. and coming to the Prudential Center on Friday, April 1st at 8 p.m. Talib Kweli with a live band coming to the Blue Notes Jazz Club in NYC on Thursday, March 3rd at 8 and 10:30 p.m. On Friday, March 4th at 8 and 10:30 p.m. On Saturday, March 5th at 8 and 10:30 p.m. And on Sunday, March 6th at 8 and 10:30 p.m. Goody Mob coming to Sony Hall in NYC on Thursday, March 3rd at 8 p.m. Slick Rick coming to the Brooklyn Bowl in BK on Saturday, March 5th at 8:30 p.m. Maxwell coming to the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey on Friday, March 11th at 8 p.m. Coming to the Barclays Center on Wednesday, March 30th at 8 p.m. And coming to the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey on Friday, February 1st at 8 p.m. Boys to Men coming to the Bogota Event Center in Atlantic City, New Jersey on Friday, March 11th at 8 p.m. Brian McKnight coming to the State Theater in New Brunswick, New Jersey on Saturday, March 12th at 8 p.m. Coming to City Winery in Philly on Thursday, March 17th at 6 and 9:30 p.m. And on Friday, March 18th at 6 and 9:30 p.m. Jasmine Sullivan coming to the King's Theater in Brooklyn on Thursday, March 17th at 8 p.m. and coming to the Met Philadelphia in Philly on Friday, March 18th at 8 p.m. Tyler the Creator coming to the Wells Fargo Event Center in Philly on Sunday, March 6th at 7 p.m. Coming to Madison Square Garden in New York City on Sunday, March 13th and Monday, March 14th at 7 p.m. Raekwon, GZA, and Ghostface Killer coming to the Wellmont Theater in Montclair, New Jersey on Saturday, March 19th at 7 p.m. Bones Thugs and Harmony coming to the Palladium Times Square in NYC on Saturday, March 19th at 8 p.m. Coming to the College Street Music Hall in New Haven, Connecticut on Friday, May 6th at 8 p.m. Mano with special guest Papoose coming to Sony Hall in NYC on Wednesday, March 23rd at 9 p.m. GZA coming to the Blue Notes Jazz Club in NYC on Tuesday, March 29th at 8 and 10:30 p.m. On Wednesday, March 30th at 10:30 p.m. Lil Durk coming to the Hartford Healthcare Amphitheater in Bridgeport, Connecticut on Saturday, April 23rd at 8 p.m. and coming to the Manhattan Center Hammerstein Ballroom in NYC on Sunday, April 24th at 8 p.m. Freddie Gibbs coming to the Irving Plaza in NYC on Wednesday, May 11th at 7 p.m. On Friday, May 13th at 7 p.m. and coming to the Theater of Living Arts in Philly on Friday, May 20th at 8 p.m. And that should do it for the Concert Report this hour on this Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. We'll be back in hour 3. I'm UnPretty Ricky along with Rafael Castro. We're just getting started. Keep it locked. We coming back. It's the IPES.
The iPower Evening Show.
Mixing up Variety Wednesday. Don't touch that dial.
Stay tuned for more of the iPower Evening Show. Coming up on iPower 98.9.
At home, at work, your computer, or on your mobile phone? Listen now to the iPower Evening Show. Monday through Friday. Music, news, sports, and entertainment. Weeknights, 7 to 11. We're always on 24/7. Keep it locked on iPower 1.
iPower 98.9. Live from the Hot Planet Media Studio. Internet radio. iPower 98.9 New York.
UnPretty Ricky standing by for tonight's inspirational thought and music coming up at 7:40, followed by Rafael with tonight's sports straight from ESPN News at 7:50 before the 8 o'clock hour. Check out our latest complete schedule programming. Go to iPower989NewYork.com. Click the iPower Evening Show and click on Wednesday's show. We're streaming online on our official website and at TuneIn.com. Type in keyword iPower FM.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com. Keyword iPower FM.
iPower 1. NYC, New York City. iPower 98.9. The iPower Evening Show.
iPower Evening Show. DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Rafael Castro. We're like a morning show in the evening on this Mix It Up Variety Wednesday. Celebrating 15 years on the air. We got straight from ESPN News at 10 before the hour. We got Something Wrong Here Wednesdays at 10 minutes before the hour. In hour 2 during the Express Your Mind doubleheader. We got the Top 5 Pick Wednesdays during Express Your Mind at 30 past hour 3. And we'll read your emails in hour 4 during the email bag at 20 before the hour. And like we always say, take the iPower 1 challenge. Listening to all 4 hours all this week, online, on your phone, and on your tablet. All right, time for what you need to know in the news.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. Number 1. On the eve of the second anniversary of the murder of Ahmaud Arbery, Travis McMichael, Gregory McMichael, and William Bryan were found guilty on all counts in the federal trial as they were charged with violating Ahmaud Arbery's civil rights. All 3 men were convicted of interference of rights, which is a federal hate crime, and attempted kidnapping. The McMichaels were also found guilty of an additional firearms charge for using and carrying a firearm during a crime of violence. They could now receive sentences up to life in prison on the federal convictions. Number 2, a look back at our history. 100 years ago, the Mississippi State Senate voted to evict the state's black residents, the majority of its total population, and not just out of Mississippi, but out of the country. The Senate voted in 1922 to ask the federal government to trade some of the World War I debts owed by European countries for a piece of colonial Africa, where the government would then ship Mississippi's black residents, creating a final home for the American Negro. The act is a reminder of just how long after the end of slavery some white Southerners were pushing not just to strip African Americans of their political rights, but also to remove them from the land of their birth. Number 3, American truckers are banding together to form their own protest against vaccine mandates, an effort that comes on the heels of rampant protests that roiled Canada in recent weeks. The newly formed The People's Convoy announced plans to launch a unified transcontinental movement beginning Wednesday in Southern California to Washington, D.C. on March 5th. D.C. law enforcement is making preparations to be on the scene next month in the event the rally escalates and shuts down traffic around the nation's capital. Number 4, as we look back 10 years ago in the murder of Trayvon Martin, we are reminded Patrice Cullors, along with 2 other queer black women, co-founded the Black Lives Matter movement in 2013 after George Zimmerman was acquitted of shooting and killing the 17-year-old Trayvon Martin. While it started out as a way to mobilize demonstrations in response to police violence against African Americans, Black Lives Matter today has 26 chapters in the United States, Britain, and Ghana. It's a movement that some analysts say is the biggest in U.S. history. Number 5, 77-year-old Jerry Rye was first reported missing by family members who were unable to contact him late last week. Mr. Rye was last seen Wednesday, February 5th at his Renton apartment complex, but in the days since, he has been spotted in Tacoma, Pierce County, Washington State. Mr. Rye suffers from memory loss issues and has health complications that could put him at risk if he does not receive medical attention. If you or anyone has information about Jerry Rye, please contact the Pierce County Police Department or go to the Black and Missing Foundation website. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Be aware of your power to change your thoughts. Inhale peace. Exhale chaos. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SibylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
iPower Evening Show. This is the hottest radio station.
Go to TuneIn.com.
Keyword iPower FM. Listen to this station on your smartphone. Download the app now on Google Play Store.
Magic 102.3, the real sounds of the DMV. Log on now to MyMagicDC.com. That's www.MyMagicDC.com.
The iPower Evening Show. DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Rafael Castro. Keep it locked on iPower 1 FM.
Listen up for Friday, Wednesday.
ESPN News on iPower with Rafael Castro is up next, followed by the CBS News Break is coming up next, courtesy of WCBS News Radio 880 AM. The inspirational thought and music, back-to-back gospel on the iPower Evening Show.
Yes, this is the iPower Evening Show, celebrating 15 years on iPower 1. Right now, it's time for another inspirational thought and music. UnPretty Ricky, what's today's inspirational thought for Wednesday? What you got for us?
Good evening, everybody. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are, changing the ending.
Amen to that.
Amen to that indeed, bruh. Here's tonight's inspirational song. Keep it locked, everyone.
iPower 98.9, New York.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com. Keyword iPower FM.
Boston, Providence, Hartford, NYC,
Atlanta,
Miami, Chicago, Las Vegas,
Los Angeles,
Canada, and in Puerto Rico. Mix it up Variety Wednesday on the iPower Evening Show. iPower 1 FM. Straight from from ESPN News with Rafael Castro on iPower 98.9 starts now.
We got more Mix It Up Variety Wednesday coming up in the second hour. Plus, we got ABC 7's Tiempo with Joe Torres and the Express Your Mind doubleheader. Something Wrong Here Wednesdays, 1 hour from now. You're listening to the IPES, now streaming live on our official website, iPower1FM.com or at TuneIn.com. Type in keyword iPower FM. Time for our sports reporter, Rafael Castro, with tonight's sports, straight from ESPN News.
Thanks, Mark. For more information on your local or national sports teams and other sports news, log on to ESPN.com. That's ESPN.com. All games mentioned are in Eastern Standard Time. In the NBA, the New York Knicks will take on the Miami Heat at Madison Square Garden in NYC on Friday, February 25th. Starting game time is at 7:30 p.m. You can catch that game live on ESPN. And the New York Knicks will take on the Philadelphia 76ers on Sunday, February 27th. Starting game time that afternoon is at 1 p.m. You can catch that game live on ABC 7 NY. Moving on to the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets will take on the Boston Celtics at MSG in NYC tomorrow night, Thursday, February 24th. Starting game time is at 7:30 p.m. You can catch that game live on TNT. And the Brooklyn Nets will take on the Milwaukee Bucks at the Fiserv Forum in Wisconsin on Saturday, February 26th. Starting game time is at 8:30 p.m. You can catch that game live on ABC 7 NY. Moving on to the NHL, the New York Rangers will take on the Washington Capitals at MSG in NYC tomorrow night, Thursday, February 24th. First puck drops at 7 p.m. You can catch that game live on ESPN. The Rangers will take on the Pittsburgh Penguins at the PPG Arena in Pennsylvania on Saturday, February 26th. First puck drops that afternoon at 3 p.m. And the New York Rangers will take on the Vancouver Canucks at Madison Square Garden in NYC on Sunday, February 27th. First puck drops at 3 p.m. You can catch that game live on ESPN New York. Moving on to the Islanders, the New York Islanders will take on the San Jose Sharks at the CAP Center tomorrow night, Thursday, February 24th. First puck drops at 10:30 p.m. You can catch that game on ESPN New York. And the Islanders will take on the Los Angeles Kings at the Crypto.com Arena on Sunday, February 26th. First puck drops at 10:30 p.m. You can catch that game live on ESPN New York. And the New York Islanders will take on the Anaheim Ducks at the Honda Center on Saturday, February 27th. First puck drops at 8:30 p.m. You can watch that game on the NHL Network. Moving on to the Devils, the New Jersey Devils will take on the Pittsburgh Penguins at the PPG Paint Arena in Pennsylvania tomorrow night, Thursday, February 24th. First puck drops at 7 p.m. And the New Jersey Devils will take on the Chicago Blackhawks at the United Center in Chicago on Friday, February 25th. First puck drops at 8:30 p.m. You can catch that game live on ESPN New York. And that should do it for tonight's sports. Rafael Castro, straight from ESPN News. Yeah.
The iPower Evening Show, where the best and the brightest are about to be informed.
Tiempo with Joe Torres, Sunday mornings at 11:30, only on ABC NY on Channel 7. A half-hour program talking about major issues and events coming from a Latino perspective of New York City, the tri-state area, and Puerto Rico. Log on to abc7.com/Tiempo for programs, news, and updates.
Don't touch that dial.
8 seconds before the hour, you've got 5 minutes till our mics get hot. Stay tuned for more of the iPower Evening Show. iPower Evening Show.
Mix It Up Variety Wednesday.
Don't touch that dial.
The iPower Evening Show after your local CBS News break. Keep it locked on 98.9.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com, keyword iPower FM.
Listen up!
You've got it locked.
Number one.
A powerful force is about to hit this city.
Whether at home, at work, the most recognized source on the planet. This is the iPower Evening Show. DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Rafael Castro. iPower 1 FM.
Now on Castro.com.
In the news.
Today in the news.
Front Page News, your sports scoreboard update. Now on the iPower Evening Show. Right here, right now.
Mixing up Variety Wednesday on the iPower Evening Show. Celebrating 15 years on iPower 1. At this time, we got your front page in the news. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In the NHL, the New York Islanders beat the Seattle Kraken 5-2. The Anaheim Ducks beat the San Jose Sharks 4-3. The St. Louis Blues beat the Philly Flyers 4-1. The Ottawa Senators beat the Minnesota Wild 4-3. The Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-3. And the Nashville Predators beat the Florida Panthers 6-4. And that is your latest scoreboard update here on Front Page in the News here on iPower 1. All right, after the break, Tiempo with ABC7's Joe Torres from ABC7 New York, bringing you news, events, exclusive interviews, and more of what's going on from a Puerto Rican Latino perspective. Plus, we got music by Taton and Tremendo at 20 minutes past the hour. And we got the EYM doubleheader. Something Wrong Here Wednesdays. Get your phone calls in for that. Keep it locked here on the IPES. Good evening.
The iPower Evening Show.
Mix it up for Variety Wednesday.
Time for tonight's New York forecast on iPower 98.9.
31 will be a low tonight. Partly cloudy, breezy, and colder. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy, and much colder with a high of 37. Tomorrow night will be a low of 32 degrees in NYC. Bundle up. With your New York AccuWeather forecast on iPower 989, I'm DeMarco J.
NBC4 and Telemundo 47. Together, we're for New York.
Time now for the New Jersey State Lottery numbers on New York's iPower 98.9.
Time for last night's New Jersey winning lottery numbers for Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. Midday Pick 3 Fireball Daily Drawings was 726 with the Fireball number 1. That's 726 with the Fireball number 1. Evening Pick 3 Fireball Daily Drawings was 077 with the Fireball number 6. That's 077 with the Fireball number 6. Midday Pick 4 Fireball Daily Drawings was 4304 with the Fireball number 1. That's 4304 with the Fireball number 1. Evening Pick 4 Fireball Daily Drawings was 9715 with the Fireball number 6. That's 9715 with the Fireball number 6. Jersey 5 Extra 1, 2, 21, 31, 37 with the Extra Ball number times 3. That's 1, 2, 21, 31, 37 with the Extra Ball number times 3. Mega Millions 6, 17, 22, 57, 62 with the Mega Ball number 3 with the Megaplier times 3. That's 6, 17, 22, 57, 62 with the Mega Ball number 3 with the Megaplier times 3. There was no jackpot winners last night. The next estimated jackpot for Friday, February 25th, 2022 will be $87 million. For more results from recent or past lottery drawings online, log on to njlottery.com. That's njlottery.com and check out to see if you're a jackpot winner. Good luck.
It's up to you, New York, New York.
iPower 98.9 New York.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on tunein.com, keyword iPower FM.
Live from the Heartland Media Studio. Internet radio, iPower 98.9 New York.
We got Something Wrong Here Wednesdays during the EYM at 8:50. Plus, we'll have the Top 5 Wednesdays also during Express Your Mind at 9:30, followed by Text Your Mind at 9:55 in Hour 3. And we'll read your emails during the email bag later on at 10:40 in Hour 4. Check out our latest complete schedule programming. Go to iPower989NewYork.com, click the iPower Evening Show, and click on Wednesday's show. We're streaming online on our official website and at TuneIn.com. Type in keyword iPower FM. Like and follow us on our Facebook page at iPower One Real. Online radio shows, plus music, news, all available for the New York tri-state area. Keep it locked on New York's iPower 989 FM.
New York City, listen up.
iPower 98.9.
New York City.
La música latina, aquí y ahora, en Ípore Uno Latino.
Te miro en tus ojos, I know you're feeling me and I'm feeling you. Me acerco poco a poco, I feel like this is fate that brought me to you. Así que vamos a arriesgarnos. Let's let this chemistry take over us. Déjate llevar por este amor, cause you never know where could this lead us to. Me siento enamorada, and I know that you're feeling it too. Me siento enamorada, I wanna share my moments with you. Día te llevo al pool la química. This feeling's unbelievable.
mucho me acerco, mi corazón no aguanta, bebé. I know that you can feel it too. No encuentro la palabra, pero yo la tengo. ¿Cómo te la digo? Tengo como un libro, bebé. I don't wanna be without you. And I know this. Me muero por ti. And I know this. No puedo fingir. Yo no sé qué me pasa, pero tú me haces falta a mí. Y no te puedo mentir. Me siento enamorada. And I know that you feeling it too. Me siento enamorada. I wanna share my moments with you. Yo te llevo al por la química. This feeling's unbelievable. Tú eres maravilloso. Girl, we can be unbreakable. Son cosas de la vida que no puedo controlar. Tú me calientas y me excitas y me pones mal. Si tú supieras everything I wanna do to you, then I could FaceTime every day just to quiero ser tu amigo y más como un amante. Quisiera amanecer contigo, solo dame un chance y no dejes perder lo que yo tengo para ofrecerte. We only live once y no quiero yo perderte. Escucha.
Give me just a taste. Un poquito de ti quiero que seas para mí. Let's make this moment last a little longer. Just you and me. Y yo no sé cómo me enseña que tú eres mía. Y yo no quiero perder esta oportunidad, no. Cause I know that you me siento enamorada. And I know that you feeling it too. Me siento enamorada. I wanna share my moments with you. Yo te llevo al por la química. This feeling's unbelievable. Tú eres maravilloso. Girl, we can be unbreakable.
I know you feel it too. You feel the chemistry between us. Just let it flow. Tato, tremendo. PBR, Fox, Calixto. Ale, otro éxito.
iPower 1, NYC, New York City. iPower 98.9.
Tiempo with Joe Torres, courtesy of ABC 7 New York.
Issues, topics, and discussions in the Puerto Rican Latino communities.
Right here, right now, on the iPower Evening Show.
Welcome once again to Tiempo. I'm Joe Torres. Right now, a partnership between New York City and San Juan, Puerto Rico. How good is that? The mayor of San Juan, Miguel Romero Lugo, and New York City mayor established a partnership between San Juan and the city. That partnership deepens coordination between the two municipalities in the areas of tourism, public safety, and emergency preparedness. What a pleasure to speak with the mayor of San Juan, Miguel Romero Lugo, about the partnership with New York City and how the capital city. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for joining us here on Tiempo. Miguel Romero Lugo, un placer. So many Boricuas here in the New York metropolitan area, I'm sure, are anxious to hear about the new partnership that you have with New York City. So let me start there. I know that the NYPD was helped to train some of your local officers there in terms of sharing community policing procedures. How has that gone so far?
Well, first of all, thank you for the kind invitation, and I'm very happy to be here and to share with all your viewers what is happening in San Juan. And I was in New York a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
So we signed up a memorandum with Chief of the New York Police Department in San Juan in order to promote and to improve our community policing initiatives. Mm-hmm. We just started to do that in San Juan, and I think that New York has been a model in this area because of what happened back in 2014 when the suit was settled between the city of New York and the ACLU. And we just started to having people from New York in San Juan, Puerto Rico, in order to review the procedures, give us some of the materials they use to train New York City police officers in that order to have that in San Juan also a full curriculum in what it is known as community policing, which is something very important for me in order to engage the community.
Y por ejemplo, what did you learn? What is a specific tactic that you can put into use right away that will help establish the relationship once again with the community?
Well, that is fundamental to join forces with community leaders, to engage them in all this strategy to fight crime and to in order to have results. Sometimes the police being in a community, specifically those communities who have a long history of being affected by crime, are sometimes very, not too much confidence with the police. Yeah. So what we are trying to do is having them engage in the whole effort, having them know all of the people who are going to be leading the Crime 5 effort that we're going to be putting in place.
From my understanding, it's always a good idea when you have your first encounter with police that it's something good that happened as opposed to something bad that happened. And that goes a long way towards building a relationship, don't you think?
Yes, I am totally in agreement with that. In addition to that, there is so much intelligence that you can share with a community. For example, if we are all sit together in a room discussing, for example, what are situations, particular situations that the community is facing that can make them more expuestas to crime, well, you can identify, you can address those issues. For example, like placemaking, we did have a huge issue in San Juan. That's something that we can address, having the police working alongside with the community leaders.
That's fantastic. I know that you had the same sort of thing going on in the area of emergency preparedness. We are a little bit more than a month away from the end of the Atlantic hurricane season. Gracias a Dios that we didn't have another year like 2017. But what did your staff, what did your department learn from meeting with their counterparts here from the New York City Emergency Management Department?
Well, first of all, as a new mayor, I just started to know the people, to know the leadership in charge of the Emergency Management Office in New York. New York has been there for Puerto Rico. They were here when Maria hit us. They were here when we had the earthquakes in early 2020. So my new people came in. So I decided that it is a great initiative to be able to share even equipment resources that from Puerto Rico can be there in New York to assist New York in any way or any need they have. Sure. Also, seeing that we have a hurricane season in Puerto Rico for half of the year, since June to November. So for me, it was good to share with them initiatives, tactics in order how to prepare the citizens, how to engage the citizen in preparing for a storm, because that's something that you face every day. For example, the diversity in New York is very complex, having people from different backgrounds, from different nationalities. In Puerto Rico, it's not the same. We have some diversity, but we can use some models and put in place those models in Puerto Rico.
Mira, qué bueno. All right, Mr. Mayor, when we come back here on Tiempo, let's talk about the 500th birthday, anniversary, whatever celebration you want to call it, of San Juan. And yes, qué bueno. So we'll talk about that when we come right back.
Mix It Up Variety Wednesday. You're checking out the longest running online radio show on the iPower Evening Show.
DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Rafael Castro.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com. Keyword, iPower FM.
iPower 1. NYC, New York City. iPower 98.9. The iPower Evening Show.
iPower Evening Show. Tempo continues with Joe Torres, courtesy of ABC 7 New York.
Issues, topics, and discussions in the Puerto Rican Latino communities.
Right here, right now, on the iPower Evening Show.
Continuing our conversation with Miguel Romero Lugo, the mayor of San Juan. Un placer, Mayor. Let me ask you, 500 years since the founding of the capital city of Puerto Rico there. I know that you've had some official activities already last month, but more I know are scheduled through the end of, June. So talk to me, what do you have planned coming up for January? And then I know some things in June as well.
As you just mentioned, we just started last September this celebration. We call them, or we name it, La Celebración de la Historia. It's been 500 years since we were founded as capital city of Puerto Rico. I don't know if you know this, but this is the oldest city within the whole United States territory. San Juan was founded of the year of 1521. So we are the oldest city within the whole
There's
United
an education
States.
for you. Okay.
And for us, besides celebrating the history and partying as Puerto Ricans know how to do, it is important because this just started. The highest season goes from November to April. So we just started this 2 months before. And this is going to be the first, I hope, regular tourism season in San Juan since the year of 2019, because that season was interrupted by the earthquakes.
And the pandemic.
You know what happened around the globe in 2020?
Yep.
So now we are trying to maximize the resources and for me and for us in Puerto Rico, celebrating the history of the oldest city within the whole United States, a 500-year city, one of the first founded by the Europeans in America, is something huge that we're going to maximize to have economic benefits for our people who have been struggling with all of the pandemic consequences.
But Mr. Mayor, have you seen it happening already, that these events are stimulating the economy and reactivating tourism on the island? Has that started to happen?
It just started. We have our first cruise visit last month, the first one in 17 months. And we have seen highest numbers, record numbers in terms of hotel occupancy. So that's important. We're going to start the longest Christmas celebration to February of next year. We have the traditional Fiestas de la Calle San Sebastián.
Qué bueno.
So this is going to be the 52nd edition of those celebrations, which are a celebration that is well known around the globe.
Okay.
So we are using that to celebrate, but also to maximize the economic opportunity that we see in this celebration.
I know when people come back to the island, they're going to see some changes to the many plazas that you have there in San Juan. Talk to me about community block development grants, money that you're getting that will be used to refurbish and rehabilitate many of the plazas.
In terms of the historic area, which is known as Old San Juan, Nuestro Viejo San Juan, we are making improvements in 8 of the plazas, a new 5th centennial anniversary park. We are investing like $13.6 million of CDBG-DR money. So that's a great opportunity because we are making the city more resilient. But in addition to that, we are making some serious improvements that is going to help our Joya de la Corona, which is Old San Juan for all Puerto Ricans, because Old San Juan is for all Puerto Ricans who live here. In addition to that, for those that are going to be visiting us from the mainland, for example, that loves to come to Old San Juan and to see and to walk around the historic streets and to see the old buildings. So they're going to see something different in Old San Juan, and we are doing that because in addition to make our city more resilient, as I just mentioned, it makes an economic impact because San Juan is the main port of entrance for the tourism in Puerto Rico.
Mr. Mayor, we were there 4 years ago when Maria devastated the island. We saw what happened. We were there in Guanica and on the southern part of the island for the earthquakes as well. I know that's outside of your jurisdiction, but at the same time, illuminate for us some of the work that still needs to be done to bring Puerto Rico back to where it was before Maria arrived.
We just started the recovery process. Now the federal money is flowing since the federal administration changed. Some restrictions were eliminated, so we have more resources in hand to rebuild the island. There are so many challenges to overcome. As you know, when Maria hit us, Maria destroyed the power infrastructure. So in order for us to rebuild, we need money, but we need time. And the challenge is that you have a very long hurricane season every year. So we are crossing our finger, but in addition to crossing our finger, we are working diligently so we can have the money, the resources, and have this done as soon as possible in order to be more prepared, more resilient when we get the next storm or hurricane.
I know that the goal is to not just bring back San Juan y Puerto Rico to where it was, but to make it better and more prepared and more resilient come down the road.
It's not only to make Puerto Rico the way it was before Maria, but it's more prepared, more resilient.
Miguel Romero Lugo, un placer. Thank you so much for being with us here on Tiempo.
I'm Joe Torres. We'll see you next time on Tiempo.
Up next,
it's Express Red Line Doubleheader.
Keep it locked on iPower 1 FM.
Listen up for Friday, Wednesday. It's the iPower Evening Show.
The CBS News Break is coming up next, courtesy of CBS News Radio.
Listen up.
iPower 98.9.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com, keyword iPower FM.
Listening online. From Boston to the NYC to New Hampshire to Providence, Rhode Island to Hartford, Connecticut to Washington, D.C. to Baltimore, Maryland to the Carolinas to the ATL to Miami, Florida to Chicago to Los Angeles to the north of the border of Canada to Puerto Rico to Honolulu, Hawaii to the United Kingdom, even the land down under. iPower 1 FM.
Keep it right here.
It's the best
iPower Evening Show.
iPower Evening Show.
What's out there that smells?
Fishy, fishy.
Oh, I got something on my mind, and tonight my ass gonna say it. Time for something wrong. Yeah.
You treat me like a dog and you expect me to smile. You remind me of a jackass.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Things you see or hear out of the ordinary that makes you say,
something wrong. Yeah.
iPower Evening Show.
Good evening, everyone. DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Rafael Castro in the building. This is the Express Your Mind doubleheader on the IPES. Yes, during the second hour. We do this every Monday and Wednesday. All right, it's time for...
Something wrong! Yeah.
Yep, it's Something Wrong Here Wednesdays on the iPower Evening Show in 2022. Our first Something Wrong Here. Give us your take and tell us your Something Wrong Here, and we'll hit that tape.
Something wrong! Yeah.
Something wrong here when 10 or 20 people are doing a shoplifting crime spree across the country, stealing shoes, expensive clothes, walking out the store like it was nothing.
That is crazy, and sadly, we seen black and brown people doing this crap, and white people too.
Right.
Sandra, you mentioned how this white couple was stealing items out of a Walmart store in New Haven, Connecticut.
Not just once, but twice they went back shoplifting for more items.
Wow.
And the shoppers and employers just stood there like idiots, recording it on their phone, watching them steal almost everything but the kitchen sink. And I'm like, holy crap.
Where was the damn police?
Probably taking their sweet time getting there.
Right.
Imagine if those were black shoplifters in New Haven. Police would have got there in 2 seconds. But since they were white shoplifters, police were like, we ain't no hurry to get there.
Right.
You see what's going on in Chicago? Black people stealing expensive clothes out of Louis Vuitton.
I don't get that.
Why Louis Vuitton?
They're stealing what white folks can afford.
Hello?
What the hell are young black folks stealing out of Louis Vuitton in the first place?
That's
There ain't nothing in there for me.
Not a damn thing. What Negro in their right mind would want to steal European clothes out of Louis Vuitton made for white people?
Things that make you say,
Exactly.
according to Arsenio Hall.
Or CNC Music Factory for that matter. But anyways, y'all young cats don't know about CNC Music Factory.
No.
Drop a gap bomb for Martha Wash. The real voice
Real
behind
McCoy.
their songs, including Black Box.
Everybody.
Yeah. Those were the 90s. All right, here's my something wrong here. Something wrong here when a 14-year-old Kamani Garrett, a young brother on his way to school who was shot in the neck by a repeat offender who just got released out of prison, shot this teen last year. And when the teen asked for help, the shooter just sat there like it was nothing.
Wait.
Guess where this
Let me guess. The Bronx.
How you know?
The craziest people in America comes from the Bronx and all of Florida, according to Charlamagne the God.
Yeah, Charlamagne the God was right, sir. Some about crazy-ass people in the Bronx that gives that NYC borough a bad name. But that 14-year-old brother is doing okay. He just want to forget the pain that he suffered by the hands of a known criminal who should have been put away.
Hopefully they do not release him this time.
For real.
Knowing that New York State has this crappy bail reform law on the books.
Yeah.
Where these criminals are arrested and then let out 2 hours later, picking up where they left off.
Makes no sense.
Go ahead, Sandra.
Here's my something wrong here. This comes from my cousin who sent this video from WorldStar. You are not going to believe this. Something wrong here when you have 4 adult gay men having sex butt naked on the A train around 2:30 in the morning. What? I mean, being gay is one thing, but they were literally naked on a public New York transportation, banging each other in the ass. Wow. Only in New York you can get away with that crap. And I was like, this is on WorldStar? What?
Exactly.
They porn now on WorldStar?
They've been allowed porn on WorldStar,
right?
Along with Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter is popular for adult porn.
Were these gay Puerto Ricans banging each other?
I only watched it for 15 seconds because I thought it was 2 men and 2 women doing a foursome on the A train, but it was all gay men. My cousin Diego would have loved that, I'm sure.
Especially Peter Griffin if he was injected with the gay gene.
Yo, that episode was hilarious.
When that gay gene wore off, Peter Griffin ran out the hotel butt naked. Instead of forgetting to put his clothes back on, he grabs the balloons and said, "These are mine."
Wow, I haven't seen The Family Guy in a minute. Wow, it's still on?
Of course it's still on.
Of course, Brett.
Really?
Of course it's still on. Where you been, Brett?
All right. What is your take? It's Something Wrong Here Wednesdays during the EYM. Let's go to the phone lines.
iPower 1 FM.
Call and express your mind.
Express your mind. 917-470-9355. 917-470-9355. Join the conversation now on the iPower Evening Show.
Express your mind.
JD, you're next tonight, Power One. Go ahead, JD.
Hey, what up, man?
How you doing,
What's
brother?
up there, bro?
What up, JD?
Yeah, something wrong when the Negro shoots an off-duty officer and kills the barber inside the barber shop just to get a seat and be next for his haircut.
Wow.
And then the cop returns fire, killing the suspect.
Now, that right there I can accept by a police officer.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, the man had a gun killing the barber and shooting the off-duty officer.
Exactly.
This was in Baltimore, by the way.
Yeah. I heard about that. Matter of fact, they showed a video of what happened. This guy kills the barber, shoots the off-duty officer. You in my seat. Like that Negro was entitled to get his hair cut first.
And now
he's dead.
Well, he got his hair cut all right.
Yep.
To look casket sharp at his funeral.
Well, he did it to himself.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
So wait a minute. If the guy killed the barber and shot the cop before the cop returned fire, killing the suspect, who was he expecting to cut his hair after he killed the barber?
That's what I'm
wanna
saying.
know.
Wow.
Stacey J, you're next tonight, Power One FM. Go ahead, Stace.
Hey, Stacey J, what the fuck you crap?
How you doing, Stace?
What's up there, bruh?
Stacy!
Yeah, something wrong here with thousands of jobs are saying they're hiring, but they ain't really hiring based on your qualifications. You feel what I'm saying?
Nothing but a dog and pony show, Stacy, if you ask me.
Some companies who say that they're hiring so they don't look bad.
Right.
The ones who are suffering are not the job applicants who are looking for work, but these employers who say that they're hiring.
Exactly.
What kind of help are they really looking for if they're not really hiring?
This is why some people out there who are looking for work just gave up and said, F it.
Yeah,
and
right.
some of these job websites are a total joke and a waste of people's time who are really looking for work.
Exactly.
Pete Sonny, you're next tonight, Power One. Go ahead, Pete Sonny.
Black Cat Pete Sonny, how
How you doing,
Hey,
brother?
what up,
What's up there, Pete?
Yes, something wrong here. When a young black man tries to cash his paycheck, the police was called in questioning about the paycheck being fake and the young brother was committing a felony.
Right.
Yep, cashing a real paycheck while black.
Yes. This happened in Minnesota, where this 23-year-old black man named Joe Marrow, who just finished his shift working at a real company, where he brings home around $900 a week, and he's also a regular bank customer.
Yeah.
So if he's a regular bank customer at this U.S. bank in Minnesota, why all of a sudden are they questioning him and his paycheck?
It makes no sense.
They was trying to make this brother look like he didn't belong there at that bank where the company he works at has a contract with that particular bank where the employees cash their checks or deposit their checks.
Right.
But what really disturbs me, brother, is when the white cop questioning his validation as a black man.
Wow.
Right after the cop handcuffed him for so-called bank fraud.
White supremacy and law enforcement are known for validating black people's humanity, and they're intelligent who work for a living and don't like to see young black folks make real money legally.
The cop and the bank probably looked at him as some drug dealer or a scam artist.
That's exactly how the cop and the bank manager looked at him, as this fraud and scam artist.
Exactly.
But I'm glad this brother got his undisclosed settlement from the bank, because they knew that they were wrong to racially profile this brother.
Clarence, you're next tonight, Power One. Go ahead, Clarence.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How's it going, brother?
Hey, what's up there, bro?
Hey, what up, Clarence?
Yeah, something wrong here. When a Texas clerk at a supermarket calls the police on a black man for paying off all his debts and utility bills in advance, covering all his payments for the next 4 months.
Right.
And the police was questioning the black man wherever the money came from.
What?
Not to rob the goddamn bank or something.
That is
Man, I'm telling y'all.
Paying all your bills while black. I mean, it is no secret for all these decades, white supremacy wants people to fail financially in the worst way. They don't even want us to cash our own checks, don't want us to pay our utility bills in advance, but they're questioning where the money came from?
It's none of their business.
That ain't none of their goddamn business where the money came from.
Right.
You see this brother paying off his bills, and y'all still see that as a crime? Something wrong here.
Even if that dude made that one payment for that particular month, paying off his utility bills, they still would call him a criminal.
Of course they would. These racist bastards want the worst for black people to suffer in their misery.
Big time.
Peter Passion, you're next tonight, Power One. Go ahead, Peter Passion.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello, DeMarco. Hello, Ricky. Hello, Rafael.
How you doing, my
How you
brother?
doing,
Hey,
bro?
what up, Peter Passion?
Yes,
something wrong here. When Jesse Smollett was once a star on Empire, but threw that all away, staging a fake hate crime attack that could put the lives of the LGBTQIA+ in danger.
Right.
There are real hate crime attacks on gays, lesbians, and transgenders.
You're absolutely right, Peter Passion. Let me say this about Josie Smollett, who played Jamal Lyon on the Fox TV drama Empire. Whether it was true or not, after he was found guilty for staging the attack, I know he felt that as a star, he was not the main focus on television the way Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard got that attention on Empire. Jussie wanted the spotlight that Cookie and Lucius had on that show.
Exactly.
And I was a big fan of that show. I supported all the characters.
Me too.
Hakeem, Andre, Becky, Anika, even Jamal dealing with his homosexuality.
I think he staged it, in my opinion.
Really?
And it was stupid on his part to think that he should be the better star than Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard, who are big, huge stars, by the way.
That is crazy.
Have anybody ever heard of Jussie Smollett long before Empire? No. Neither have I. People are like, who the F is this dude that I never heard of before Empire?
That's what I'm saying. Why would Lee Daniels, the creator of Empire, put Josie Smollett as the main star on Empire over Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard when both of these characters were based off the lives of Cookie and Lucius Lyon?
Right.
I used to watch Empire, and Empire was not based on no goddamn Jamal Lyon.
Hell
yes, he was one of the co-stars of the show, but he was not the exact main star of the show on Empire.
No, he was not.
Rayshawn, you're next on iPower 1. Go ahead, Rayshawn.
Hey, what up, DeMarco? What up, Ricky? What up, Rafael?
How you doing, my brother?
What's up there, bro?
Hey, what up, Rayshawn?
Yes, something wrong here. Now, this racist Trump-loving murderer, Kyle Rittenhouse, who was acquitted by an all-white racist jury and congratulated by KKK Judge Schroeder, who both him and Rittenhouse became good old buddies before the so-called trial. This young Nazi went on a podcast and said, F you to my brother LeBron James. Well, we all know how King James feels about Kyle Rittenhouse. As I say this on behalf of King James. You too, Kyle. Excuse my language. Later, my brothers.
Yeah, why is Kyle Rittenhouse getting all this attention and normalizing his behavior by crossing over state lines to a protest carrying an AR-15, killing 2 innocent protesters, and claim self-defense?
Imagine if Kyle Rittenhouse was Puerto Rican and did the same crap that Kyle Puto House did.
He would be a dead Boricua right now.
Exactly.
Same thing for a black man if Kyle Rittenhouse was a Negro.
He'll be one dead nigga on them streets.
Yep.
Let me tell you that right now. The way these white racist bigots can get away with everything in this country by using their white precious privilege is something that a Negro cannot do nor try to do. Now, imagine if Black Lives Matter stormed the Capitol building like how these racist Trumpers did back on January 6, 2021. Can you imagine?
There will be dead black people everywhere in that Capitol building if that would have happened.
Dead niggas everywhere.
Was that necessary?
Nothing but dead ass niggas.
All right, we get it. We get it.
What's the matter with you?
Hey,
all right, time to read your text.
I mean, that
Who I am. Larry Booth Taylor from New Brunswick, New Jersey writes, something wrong here when thousands of jobs said that they were hiring, but they're not hiring people who they feel like. Yeah, I don't understand that. Why would these employers say that they're hiring, but reject people who are qualified looking for work?
I can't understand that neither. You got a lot of people nationwide out of work.
Right?
Thousands of job openings nationwide that are available, and y'all ain't hiring?
But guess who suffers the most? Not just the job applicants applying for jobs, but the employers, because they choose not to hire people who are definitely qualified to work.
Exactly.
And most of these job websites are a freaking joke.
Oh, yeah. I had to close my LinkedIn account because I was so disappointed at the time not getting other job leads. I thought it was trash when I wasn't getting nowhere.
Yeah. Job websites like LinkedIn or ZipRecruiter does not work for a lot of people who are out of work.
No.
All right. T.T. Withers from St. Louis, Missouri writes, something wrong here when you are a Republican elected official of the United States and your family is posing with AR-15 automatic rifles as a Christmas card last year saying God would approve. God would not approve of such nonsense to kill innocent people who you disagree with. That's not God's work.
Nope.
I mean, where does it say in the Holy Bible that shall kill those like black or brown people or the left that disagrees with your beliefs?
It don't say that, period.
That's what I'm saying.
Hell no.
But this ain't nothing new coming from Trump-loving bigots in Congress that supports violence against the people who they hate and threatening other politicians down in Washington, D.C. like AOC.
Speaking of Trump lovers, Patricia Rosales from Portland, Oregon writes, something wrong here when a racist Trump supporter telling Native Americans to go back to their country in Nativia and celebrate your culture. What the hell is a Nativia?
What is a goddamn Nativia? Is that a country?
For real? Where is that at? I mean, this is their country, meaning Native Americans.
Well, duh. It was talking about a white man. They slaughtered Native Americans in order to steal this country. And these racist trumpets with their dumbass don't know that indigenous people were here in this country first, long before they ever heard of a racist white man named Columbus coming to slaughter Native Americans, stealing their country, and kidnapping black people from Africa, forcing to build this country through free hard labor, being whipped, beaten, and dehumanized.
Exactly. What in the hell is a nativia? Native Americans were born here. The original founders of this country. And these dumbass Trumpers are telling them to get the hell out of their own country?
Dumbasses.
Hit that tape.
America is a stolen land. Do they know that?
Well,
I'm sure most of them do.
But I don't think these D-riding Trump putos know that.
Well, they need to take their racist, bigoted asses back to a continent called Europe. Calm down, white people. We ain't talking about our white brothers and sisters who do get it.
Right.
We talking about white racist bigots.
Right.
Yeah.
Nativia.
What the hell is a nativia?
All right, that should do it for Something Wrong Here Wednesdays. 15 on to 1 music join us up next. Keep it locked here on the IPES. Good evening.
Mix it up for Friday, Wednesday.
Power 98.9 New York.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com. Keyword iPower FM.
Y'all be emailing me like I ain't got no feelings at all. I'll be just saying what you want to say about me. That's what I can't stand. I can't stand you email. Let me say something to everybody listening to me now. If you don't like my radio show, your radio dial go up and it go down. Turn your damn station and quit listening to me. Send me. I got a woman writing me every week how much she can't stand me. Well, I got news for you. I ain't that good a Christian yet, so I can't stand your funky ass either.
We have two different mindsets in this country, and it's a clash. And I think we should just be mature adults and understand this is a very important juncture that we're in.
I done nobody wrong, but I'm treated so bad.
They just emailing me anything they want to, stuff I don't even ask their opinion on. Now you can kiss my ass.
DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Rafael Castro.
Mix it up for Friday, Wednesday.
The iPower Evening Show.
Join us for another 15 on the 1 music joint tomorrow night, featuring non-stop music Monday through Friday exclusively during the iPower Show. Coming up after the break during Express Your Mind, Top 5 Wednesdays. Give us your top 5 places you would spend your holiday vacation. Hey, we just now had our holiday vacation. Plenty of places to spend your holiday vacation. We'll talk about that after the break.
Call and express your mind.
Express your mind. 917-470-9355. 917-470-9355. Join the conversation now. Keep it locked on the iPower Evening Show.
Mix it up for Friday, Wednesday. It's an iPower Evening Show.
New York's home for the iPower Evening Show. iPower 98.9. Time for tonight's Connecticut State Lottery numbers on New York's iPower 98.9.
Time for last night's Connecticut winning lottery numbers for Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. Midday Play 3 daily drawings was 734 with the wild ball number 9. That's 734 with the wild ball number 9. Evening Play 3 daily drawings was 078 with the wild ball number 5. That's 078 with the wild ball number 5. Midday Play 4 daily drawings was 2953 with the wild ball number 2. That's 2953 with the wild ball number 2. Evening Play 4 daily drawings was 2288 with the wild ball number 6. That's 2288 with the wild ball number 6. Cash 5, 4, 16, 20, 25, 34. That's 4, 16, 20, 25, 34. Mega Millions 6, 17, 22, 57, 62 with the mega ball number 3 with the mega ply times 3. That's 6, 17, 22, 57, 62 with the mega ball number 3 with the mega ply times 3. There was no jackpot winners last night. The next estimated jackpot for Friday, February 25th, 2022 will be $87 million. For more results from recent or past lottery drawings online, log on to ctlottery.org. That's ctlottery.org and check out to see if you're a jackpot winner. Good luck.
iPower 1 FM.
The iPower Evening Show.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on tunein.com, keyword iPower FM.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program does not reflect the views or opinions of Heart Planet Media, iPower One, the volunteers of this station, nor its advertisements. iPower One, NYC, New York City. iPower 98.9. Live concert performances coming to the New York and tri-state area. The Concert Q Report. Right here, right now. On the iPower Evening Show.
I'm UnPretty Ricky along with Rafael Castro. Time for the Concert Q Report. All major events announced are in Eastern Standard Time. Concert events are subject to change pending on the current pandemic. Moving on to comedy. Marlon Wayne's coming to the Nyack Levity Live in West Nyack, New York on Thursday, February 24th at 7:30 and 9:45 p.m. tomorrow night, and coming to the Music Box at the Bogota in Atlantic City, New Jersey on Friday, February 25th at 7 p.m.
George Lopez coming to the Met Philadelphia in Philly on Saturday, March 12th at 8 p.m. Coming to the Capitol at Port Chester, New York on Thursday, May 12th at 8 p.m. Coming to the Wellmont Theater in Montclair, New Jersey on Friday, May 13th at 6:30 p.m. And coming to the NYCB Theater in Westbury, New York on Saturday, May 14th at 8 p.m.
Tony Baker coming to the Carolines on Broadway in NYC on Thursday, April 7th at 7:30, on Friday, April 8th at 7 and 9:45 p.m., and on Saturday, April 9th at 7 and 9:45 p.m. Corey Holcomb coming to the Carolines on Broadway in NYC on Thursday, April 14th at 7 p.m., on Friday, April 15th at 7 and 9:45 p.m., and on Saturday, April 16th at 7 and 9:45 p.m. Andrew Schultz from the Brilliant Idiots coming to Radio City Music Hall in NYC on Saturday, April 16th at 10 p.m., and on Saturday, April 23rd at 7 p.m. Cedric the Entertainer coming to the King's Theater in Brooklyn on Friday, April 29th at 8 p.m. Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out coming to the Northwell Health at Jones Beach Theater in Wonton, New York on Thursday, June 2nd at 8 p.m. and coming to the PNC Bank Arts Center in Homedale, New Jersey on Friday, June 3rd at 8 p.m. Jay Farrell coming to the Carolines on Broadway in NYC on Thursday, June 9th at 7 and 9:45 p.m. on Friday, June 10th at 7 and 9:45 p.m. on Saturday, June 11th at 7 and 9:45 p.m. and on Sunday, June 12th at 7 p.m. And that should do it for the Concert Q Report on this Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. You have a good evening. I'm UnPretty Ricky.
And I'm Rafael Castro.
For more information on where your performer or performers are performing at, log on to Ticketmaster.com or LiveNation.com. That should do it for the Concert Q. We'll do it again.
Only on the iPower Evening Show, exclusively on your station, iPower 1 FM.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on tunein.com, keyword iPower FM.
This is your station, the people's internet station. We are one nation under urban music. iPower 1, New York City, your home for the iPower Evening Show.
Good evening, everyone. DeMarco, Ricky, and Rafael in the building. This is Express Your Mind Wednesday on the IPES. All right, top 5 Pick Wednesdays here on the show tonight. Let's talk about top 5 major cities you would spend your holiday vacation. It could be anywhere across the country. You don't even have to put them in order. You can mix up the cities as your top 5. Let me give you my top 5. Number 1, New York City, of course. Number 2, Newark, New Jersey. Number 3, Philly. Number 4, Atlanta. And number 5, Los Angeles. That's just me. I don't know about y'all. Ricky, give us your top 5.
Now my top 5 major cities I would spend my holiday vacation are: number 1, Atlanta; number 2, Las Vegas; number 3, Philly; number 4, Miami; and number 5, LA. You already know.
Rafael, give us your top 5.
My top 5 major cities I would spend my vacation at are: number 1, Miami; number 2, Las Vegas; number 3, Los Angeles; number 4, Philly; and number 5, Portland, Maine.
What's up there in Maine, bruh?
Rest and relaxation.
So you would chill and hang out with the lily white people?
Yep.
Are there Puerto Ricans in Maine?
Bruh,
Of course
don't
they
mind me where I go.
Just
that would
asking.
be one of my holiday vacation spots.
Okay.
And yes, there are Puerto Ricans in Maine.
Right.
They just fit in with lily white folks. You wouldn't tell the difference nor had a clue that some of them are Ricans.
Well, some of your peoples do act white, so they'll definitely fit in.
What the hell that's supposed to mean?
Puerto Ricans are white people.
Man, shut up. Puerto Ricans and Latinos come in all flavors.
Shout out to Sammy Sosa.
What?
He went from chocolate mocha to vanilla white.
Well, I can't deny that. What a dumbass. By the way, he's Dominican, not Rican.
Sandra, why you didn't pick New York as your top 5?
Maybe next time. It will be somewhere in New York, like in Buffalo or Albany.
Right.
But it damn sure won't be NYC. I don't got time to get robbed by a bag of nuts.
Right.
I've seen NYC enough as it is.
I feel the same way about Boston. Tired of seeing that boring-ass city knowing me.
I hear you, bro.
What is your take? Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your holiday vacation spot. It's the EYM. Let's go to the phone lines.
iPower 1 FM. Call and express your mind. Express your mind. Join the conversation now on the iPower Evening Show.
Express your mind. Express your mind. Express your mind.
All right, going to our regular callers. Stacey J, you're next on iPower 1. Go ahead, Stace.
Yo, Stacey J, what the fuck, what that?
How you doing, Stace?
What's up there, bruh?
Stacey!
Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your vacation spot.
Alright, number 1, Los Angeles. Number 2, Miami. Number 3, Baltimore. Number 4, New Orleans. And number 5, Las Vegas. You feel what I'm saying?
All right, thanks, Stace. Clarence, you're next on iPower 1 FM. Go ahead, Clarence.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How you doing, brother?
What's up there,
Hey, what up,
bruh?
Clarence?
Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your vacation spot.
Yeah, number 1, ATL, y'all already know. Number 2, Miami. Number 3, Las Vegas. Number 4, NYC. And number 5, Philly.
All right, thanks for your call, Clarence. Pete Sonny, you're next on iPower 1 FM. Go ahead, Pete Sonny.
Black Cat Pete Sonny on the loose.
How you doing, brother?
What's up there, brother?
Hey, what up, Pete?
Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your vacation spot.
Brother, here's my top 5. Number 1, Atlanta. Number 2, Baltimore. Number 3, Philadelphia. Number 4, Houston, Texas. And number 5, Las Vegas.
Thanks for that top 5, brother. Mike, you're next tonight, Power 1. Go ahead, Mike.
How are you?
How you doing,
Yeah,
Mike?
what's up, Mike?
Yeah, what up, dude?
Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your vacation spot.
All right, here's my top 5. Number 1, always, Kennebunkport, Maine. Number 2, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Number 3, Boise, Idaho. Number 4, Las Vegas. And number 5, Manchester, New Hampshire.
Thanks for your call, Mike. Alberto, you're next tonight, Power 1. Go ahead, Alberto.
What up, DeMarco? What up, Ricky?
Hey, how's it going, Alberto?
What's up there, bro?
Amiguito, what up?
Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your vacation spot.
All right, my top 5 cities of all time are number 1, Miami. Number 2, Las Vegas. Number 3, Phoenix, Arizona. Number 4, Los Angeles. And number 5, NYC.
Thanks for your call, Alberto. Peter Passion, you're next tonight, Power 1. Go ahead, Peter Passion.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello, DeMarco. Hello, Ricky. Hello, Rafael.
How you doing, brother?
What's up there, brother?
Hey, what up, Peter?
Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your vacation spot.
Here's my top 5 major cities of all time as a vacation spot. Number 1, Atlanta. Number 2, Orlando, Florida. Number 3, San Francisco. Number 4, Philadelphia. And number 5, NYC.
Okay, thanks for your call, Peter. JD, you're next tonight, Power 1 FM. Go ahead, JD.
Hey, what's up, fam?
How you doing, my
What's
brother?
up there,
Hey,
bro?
what up, JD?
Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your vacation spot.
All right, man. My top 5 major cities of all time are number 1, Las Vegas. Number 2, Atlanta. Number 3, Philly. Number 4, New Orleans. And number 5, Los Angeles.
Thanks for your call, JD. Stefan Mason, you're next tonight, Power 1. Go ahead, Stefan.
What's going on, my brothers?
How you doing,
What's
my
up
brother?
there, my brother?
Hey, what up, Stefan?
Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your vacation spot.
Brothers, here's my top 5 major cities of all time. Number 1, Los Angeles, of course. Number 2, Cleveland, Ohio. Number 3, Las Vegas. Number 4, Atlanta. And number 5, Chicago.
Thanks for your call, Stefan.
Yes,
see you
sir.
tomorrow on Time
See you
Tunnel Thursday.
tomorrow.
Sandy, you're next tonight, Power 1. Go ahead, Sandy.
How you doing, DeMarco? Ricky?
Hey, Sandy, how you doing, sister?
Hey, sis. Hey, Sandy.
Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your vacation spot.
Number 1, NYC. Number 2, Philly. Number 3, ATL. Number 4, New Orleans. And number 5, Baltimore. And do me one more thing, honey.
Yes?
Can you play me some High Milton and the Blue Notes tomorrow? Of course we will, sis. Pretty Pendergrass tomorrow.
Yes, sister, I will try and get that on tomorrow for you. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Lamont, you're next tonight, Power 1. Go ahead, Lamont.
Yeah, this is Lamont.
Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your vacation spot.
I would like to go to the cities where I don't have to deal with liberals and black
Lamont, no. We're not talking about that. You are not changing the subject on this program. Give us your top 5. Give us your top 5 major cities you would like to go as your vacation spot. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Stick with the topic.
Anywhere they have Trump supporters so we can vote these goddamn
Hang up on this dude.
Goodbye, Lamont.
That is not what we're talking about. That is not what we're talking about.
Goodbye, Pooh.
We asked for top 5 major cities as a vacation spot, and you couldn't even answer that.
This is a dumbass.
Let's go to our brother. Rayshawn, you're next tonight, Power 1. Go ahead, Rayshawn.
Hey, what up, DeMarco? What up, Ricky? What up, Rafael?
How you doing,
What's
brother?
up there, bro?
Hey, what up, Rayshawn?
Give us your top 5 major cities of all time as your vacation spot.
Yes, here's my top 5 major cities of all time. Number 1, Los Angeles. Number 2, Baltimore. Number 3, ATL. Number 4, Detroit. And number 5, Philly. Peace, my brothers.
All right, thanks, Rayshawn. Ricky, what are the votes we have on the top 5 cities as a vacation spot in the lead thus far?
Las Vegas comes in at number 10. Atlanta comes in at number 9. Philadelphia comes in at number 8. Los Angeles comes in at number 6. New York City comes in at number 5. Miami comes in at number 5. Baltimore comes in at number 4. And the rest are in the ones. It's still early.
Sin City in the lead thus far. All right, we'll read y'all texts. See what y'all have chosen as top 5. Keep it locked here on the IPES. Good evening.
Mix it up for Friday, Wednesday. It's an
The CBS News Break is coming up next, courtesy of WCBS News Radio 880 AM.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com. Keyword, iPower FM.
iPower 1, NYC, New York City. iPower 98.9. The iPower Evening Show. Express Your Mind continues. Right here, right now. The iPower Evening Show.
We got the email bag as we read your emails tonight, coming up in hour 4 at 20 before the hour. We're streaming on our official website, iPower1FM.com or at TuneIn.com. Keyword, iPowerFM. Listen to us on the radio 24/7.
Incoming message.
Text your mind. Time to text your mind on the EYM. Talking about top 5 major cities of all time you would spend your vacation. Gary Stone from Hartford, Connecticut writes, my top 5 are number 1, Miami, number 2, Philly, number 3, Boston, number 4, Houston, and number 5, Atlanta. Rich Trina 44 from the ATL writes, number 1, Las Vegas, number 2, Miami, number 3, NYC, number 4, Los Angeles, and number 5, Detroit. Felicia Renee from Randolph, Massachusetts writes, number 1, New York, number 2, Miami, number 3, Los Angeles, number 4, Las Vegas, number 5, Philadelphia.
Pat Summer 67 from Worcester, Massachusetts writes, number 1, Orlando, Florida. Number 2, San Francisco. Number 3, Las Vegas. Number 4, Cleveland, Ohio. And number 5, Portland, Maine. Dan Bailey from New Haven, Connecticut writes, my top 5 are number 1, Boston. Number 2, Albany, New York. Number 3, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Number 4, St. Petersburg, Florida. And number 5, Las Vegas. Proud Jamaican Reggie from Jamaica, Queens writes, my top 5 are number 1, Miami, Florida. Number 2, Atlanta. Number 3, Chicago. Number 4, Las Vegas. And number 5, Los Angeles.
Manny Ortiz from Kingsbridge, the Bronx writes, number 1, Miami. Number 2, Philly. Number 3, Orlando, Florida. Number 4, Houston, Texas. And number 5, Las Vegas. Roberto Rodriguez from Phoenix, Arizona writes, my top 5 are number 1, San Francisco. Number 2, Chicago. Number 3, Boston. Number 4, Manchester, New Hampshire. And number 5, Miami. And Alberto, 84, from Providence, Rhode Island writes, number 1, Miami. Number 2, Dallas. Number 3, Chicago. Number 4, Orlando. And number 5, Los Angeles.
Ricky, give us the full results.
Las Vegas comes in at number 15. Atlanta comes in at number 10. Philadelphia comes in at 11. Los Angeles comes in at number 9. New York City comes in at number 7. Miami comes in at number 10. Houston comes in at number 4. New Orleans, Chicago, and San Francisco comes in at number 3. And the rest are in the 1s or in the 2s.
So people would go to Las Vegas as their holiday vacation spot.
I would. Me and my cousin Paco went to Las Vegas all the time.
Really?
I would recommend Vegas.
You ain't never lied. Normally, me and my wife would go out there as our summer vacation, but due to the pandemic, we was unable to go there for the past couple years.
Right.
Hopefully that will change in 2022.
Ditto right here.
Sandra, what's the moral of the story?
Enjoy your vacation spot and just enjoy life.
That's right.
I agree.
You have one life to live, so go to places that you always wanted to go as a vacation spot and live your life like it's golden.
Ditto right here.
Absolutely. Thanks, Rick and Sandro.
Yes, indeed.
Shout outs to iPower 2 on our YouTube channel. Type in keyword iPower 1 Nation Real. For those who are leaving us right now, tune in tomorrow. For those who are staying, you got 5 minutes till our mics get hot here on the IPES.
iPower 1.
iPower 1 FM.
NYC, New York City. On the iPower Evening Show.
Don't touch that dial.
The iPower Evening Show. After your local CBS News break. Keep it locked on 98.9.
Time tunnel Thursday. The iPower Evening Show. Weeknights only on iPower 1 FM. One Nation under urban music. Go to iPower1FM.com and listen to the iPower Evening Show or TuneIn.com. Keyword iPower 1 FM.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com. Keyword iPower FM.
The iPower Evening Show is back. Right here, right now. The mic is now hot.
The iPower Evening Show.
Final hour of the iPower Evening Show, celebrating 15 years on iPower 1. Thank you once again for being with us. We got the email bag coming up at 20 minutes before the hour. Reading your emails. Y'all want to talk about your president, Joe Biden, and these weak-ass Democrats having no backbone to fight these lame-ass racist Republicans who will soon flip the House and Senate come the fall of this year in 2022. And Joe Biden knows it. Plus, we got Here and Now with Sandra Bookman from ABC 7NY, discussing news, events, and exclusive interviews coming from an African-American perspective. Her guest, New York's newly elected mayor, Eric Adams. That's next at 20 past the 4th hour, every Wednesday. Keep it locked here on the IPES.
Hollywood Live with Tanya Hart.
Jason Momoa went public and confirmed he has tested positive for COVID-19. He is currently isolating in his home in the UK. Now, the Hollywood superstar initially broke the news in a video he posted on his Instagram stories. Momoa, who's been shooting Aquaman and The Lost Kingdom in the UK since June, suggested that he may have contracted the virus when he attended the premiere for the epic science fiction film Dune, in which he plays the role of Duncan Idaho. Well, Momoa revealed, I got hit with COVID right after the premiere. He said in the video, I just hope that folks who also attended that premiere are aware of Jason's situation and are getting tested. Let's hope. Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake's Super Bowl halftime scandal is set to become the latest feature in the New York Times Presents documentary series. Malfunction, the dressing down of Janet Jackson, will be released through Hulu and FX. Now, it was produced and directed by Jodie Gomes, and it follows that infamous incident where Justin ripped off a piece of Janet's top and exposed her bare breast to millions of viewers during the 2004 Super Bowl. It sparked a career decline for her, while his only rose in strength. Well, it's going to feature some rare interviews with several people who were at the controls that night. You know, it's so funny because in 2004, this actually shook the country, and it shaped culture for the decades to follow. And as we mentioned, it was a downfall for her career, and it certainly rose up to his. Now, some are speculating that that Justin was so jealous of his ex Britney Spears VMA show, where she kissed Madonna, that was that same year, he wanted to outshine her, and he insisted on doing something bigger than her performance. He wanted a reveal. Well, you know what? He should have revealed himself then. Think about that. Anyway, for all these stories and a whole lot more, don't forget to follow me on social media at Tanya Hollywood and at AURN online.
The iPower Evening Show, where the best and the brightest are about to be informed.
Sybil Wilkes, What You Need to Know. A daily newsletter is a real clear breakdown of everything that you need to know to keep you informed and empowered. For Sybil's daily newsletter, sign up now for free at SybilWilkes.com. That's SybilWilkes.com.
The iPower Evening Show.
Mixing up Variety Wednesday.
Time for tonight's New York forecast on iPower 98.9.
31 will be a low tonight, partly cloudy, breezy, and colder. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy, and much colder, with a high of 37. Tomorrow night will be a low of 32 degrees in NYC. Bundle up. Friday will be a high of 38. With your New York AccuWeather forecast on iPower 989, I'm UnPretty Ricky.
iPower 98.9.
One nation under urban music.
Join me, DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Stefan Mason for Time Tunnel Thursday. Tomorrow night, 7 to 11 on the iPower Evening Show. We got the Concert Report, your sports update, plus text your mind into the show during Speak It Loud Talk 360. We're always streaming online 24/7 on our official website. Go to iPower989NewYork.com. Like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram. Keyword iPower1Real.
The email bag is just minutes away. Email us on news, topics, and more. Email the iPower Show.
iPower1Nation at gmail.com.
Or iPower989NewYork.com and click the email bag.
Reading your emails next on New York's iPower 989.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com. Keyword iPower FM.
iPower 1, NYC, New York City. iPower 98.9. The iPower Evening Show.
iPower Evening Show.
Hearing now with ABC 7's Sandra Bookman. Local guests, news, exclusive interviews, and more from an African-American perspective. Right here, right now on the iPower Evening Show.
Eric Adams, New York City's mayor, the 110th mayor, and only the second African-American mayor in New York City history. The former NYPD captain take the helm of the nation's largest city as it grapples with COVID masks, vaccine mandates, rising crime, and a struggling economy. Joining us, New York City Mayor-elect Eric Adams. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. It's great to be on with you.
You got a big job ahead of you, and you've been making a lot of news. So we are going to start with the very latest appointment. Why don't you talk to us about why you feel like Chief Sewell is a good fit for the police commissioner's job?
First, I thought what you stated was very important. You stated I have a big job in front of me. And you're right. And I feel with all my heart that, winners want the ball when the game is on the line. I had the ball during the mid-'80s when crime was high, and I became a transit cop to fight for justice and safety at the same time. And we're here again. And Chief Sewell, who's the right pick, I looked over a large number of leaders in law enforcement across the country. And she has something that was extremely important to me. Yes, you could have the academics. Yes, you could have the police experience. But I focus on emotional intelligence. It's something that people need to understand. And she had it. She's a very special person. She came with the right energy and understands the times that we are in. And I know I made the right choice, and my team did an amazing job of finding her.
Now, she's coming from a fairly small police department compared to what she's going to be taking over. It's a few hundred to tens of thousands of officers that she will be in charge of. Any concerns about the challenge for her of taking on that responsibility?
No, foundational skills you scale up and you duplicate no matter where you are. If you don't have the right ability in a 100 or a 10,000 or 30,000 person department. It's going to show. And think about this for a moment, Sandra. Let's look all across the country. Look at these supposedly great men and women who are leading agencies. Is crime still high, municipality? Are we still dealing with drug problems? Are we still dealing with police abuse? We're using the wrong metric to decide who are good police officials. That is what I am saying to the entire city and country. We have to change the ecosystem of public safety. And if you fall in the same model of doing the same thing, we're going to continue to produce the same results. This is a visionary that I have decided to have as a police commissioner.
One more question about the department. There are quite a few people at the top level of the department that are either retiring, moving on to other positions. Any concerns at all about the impact that losing folks at that level might have on the department and your efforts as you come in to move it forward?
That's a great question. It's about systems. I was there in the mid-90s when Jack Maples and Bill Bratton decided to change how we police in our city. I was there when OLTPS was created using technology, and then CompStat was created using technology to take policing from being reactionary to proactive and even in some cases predictive. Because the system was correct and CompStat and other models, it didn't matter if Bratton retired or left and Commissioner Kelly came on board or any other commissioner came on board. It did not matter because the system was in place. The New York City Police Department has an excellent foundational system of how to keep the city safe. Now we need to activate other parts of that ecosystem, like crisis management team, our educational system, mental health professionals. We're going to build onto a system, and some of the ideas will be embraced better by those who are not inundated with the old ways of policing. So I'm excited about the new birth of some of the younger officers coming up and some of the new methods we're going to use.
How you want to move the NYPD forward?
Clarity. Clarity is the term that we must embrace. And what does that clarity looks like? Number one, I'm going to tell my police officers that are doing a good thing and the right job, I'm going to let them know I have their backs. They are allowed to use the proper tools in the proper way to keep my city safe. But I'm also going to be clear on those who are abusive. If you are abusive and you're not the finest, like the office is called, then you will not stay in my police department. You're going to be expeditiously removed with a fair trial, but an expeditious one. And we're going to ensure that the finest is going to live up to the finest. There's a covenant between police and communities. We will give you the tools, but you will use those tools not to be abusive, but use those tools to protect our city. And once you create that new relationship that's built on trust, having beat cops, having our crisis management teams playing a major role with policing practices. We right now see policing and public safety as just calling the police. That is just not true. We need to see the entire ecosystem that includes other parts of that ecosystem that has historically been ignored.
It's a perfect time to move into my next line of questioning about crime. It's one of the things that people are really talking about these days. I think the pandemic has certainly had a big impact on some of this. We're seeing numbers tick up. And when you talk to people in New York, one of the things they say to you, I don't feel safe anymore. I'm worried about walking into the subway. I'm worried about, what do you do walking into this situation? What do you think you can do to start to turn this around in a way that New Yorkers see it?
You said one of the things, I see it as the thing. No matter where I go, I don't care if I'm on Park Avenue in Manhattan or in Park Place in Brooklyn. People are talking about safety, and that's what I talked about on the campaign trail. People want to be safe. You're a prisoner in your own city, in your own home. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter how beautiful your home is. When you go to Times Square and a 3-year-old is shot, that is going to impact you. When you have that amazing young man at 21 years old was shot by a 17-year-old in the Bronx, that's traumatizing for the family members. Or a 13-year-old stabbed in our school, which should be a place of safety. So we have to zero in on violence. And here's what we do. Number one, we have to go after the gang violence. They believe they control our streets. Anytime you see a shooting, read the next sentence and you'll see the term gang related. We're going to take down these gang crews. We're going to ensure a installment of a plainclothes anti-gun unit, not the street crime unit, not the anti-crime units of yesteryears that were extremely abusive. But these are well-trained officers. They will wear partial uniform apparel, so you know they're police officers, and they're going to use their body cameras to properly document every interaction. And then we're going to partner with the federal, state, and city lawmakers for information sharing. I take my hat off to AG Letitia James as she announced to go after those gun manufacturers and gun distributors. They are sending guns to our cities with impunity, and we need to zero in on them, identify them, have a rest of those operations and slow it down. We have a real problem with ghost guns. We're going to focus on ghost guns and have the legislation that follows. And lastly, our criminal court judges, which I appoint my criminal court judges, we're going to be clear. You are not going to have a revolving door system of those that are using illegal guns in this city. There's an obligation to make sure that they are held accountable for their behavior. But not everything should be reactive. It should be proactive. I want precision policing, but I want precision resources to those who are on the pathway of crimes to prevent it from happening.
I have to ask you this question because it keeps coming up. You've talked about the fact that stop and frisk, if used correctly, can be an effective policing tool.
That question, Sandra, continues to come up because I don't think people really hear the answer to it. It's called stop, question, and frisk. And it never went away. That's what we need to be clear on. People say, well, do you want to bring back stop, question, and frisk? Mm-hmm. It never went away. What Mayor de Blasio did, he stated we're not going to use it the way it was used historically, where we were stopping and questioning and frisking everyone based on their ethnicity and location. That is not how you use the tool. A tool that is misused turns into a weapon. So here's how it's supposed to be used, such as two officers you saw that was shot in the Bronx. Mm-hmm. They received a call from the public that there's a man on their stoop with a gun. The officers approached the gentleman to stop him, to question him, and if it led up to it, to frisk him. Before they can stop and question him, he pulled out the gun and shot them. So now imagine that person calling the police saying there's a person on his stoop with a gun, and that police officer responds that I'm not allowed to come and stop and question that person. That makes no sense. We're not going to abuse the tool. We're going to use the tool in appropriate fashion when the public calls us and asks us to inquire on what appears to be a criminal action.
Eric Adams, Mayor of New York City, thank you for sitting down with us. There's so many other things we want to talk to you about, but we'll give you a chance to start doing the job, and then you'll come back.
I look forward to it. You have 4 more years of questioning.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Here and Now. If you missed any portion of today's show, you can watch at abc7ny.com. And if you'd like to comment or share your story, email us at abc7ny or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Sandra Bookman.
Local news, stories, and exclusive interviews from an African-American perspective in the NYC boroughs of Manhattan, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Here and Now with ABC7's Sandra Bookman. Sunday afternoons at noon on Channel 7.
The iPower Evening Show. This is the hottest radio station.
Go to TuneIn.com.
Keyword iPower FM.
Listen to this station on your smartphone. Download the app now on Google Play Store.
iPower 1 FM, streaming live on iPower1FM.com.
The iPower Evening Show.
Mix it up Variety Wednesday.
You're checking out the longest running online radio show.
DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Rafael Castro.
Up next, we got the email bag in just minutes away.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com. Keyword iPower FM.
Play
Playing the best. Old school classics, hip-hop, R&B, and today's hottest music.
iPower 1, New York City.
You've got mail. You've got mail. You've got mail.
Time now for the email bag.
Email bag.
You've got mail.
Go to iPower1FM.com and click the email bag.
Time to read your emails.
You've got mail.
Email bag.
Right here, right now.
The iPower Evening Show.
This is the iPower Evening Show on this Wednesday night. At this time, we read your emails from what we like to call the email bag. In the fourth hour, we read your emails every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you have an important topic to discuss, whether news, sports, or entertainment, or free your mind on Fridays, go to our official website, iPower1FM.com, and click the email bag. When I read your emails, Ricky and Rafael are also reading along. We pick out the emails to read on the air that are appropriate exclusively on the iPower Show. Talking about our president, Joe Biden, and the lame-ass Democrats, because right now Biden and the Democrats are playing checkers while these Republicans are playing chess. There's no George Floyd Policing Act bill on the books, nor the John Lewis Voting Protections Act bill on the books. All right, time to read your emails. Good evening, iPower family. As a black female Democrat, I am so disgusted with the Democrats showing their true colors and their weakness since they've been running the Congress and the White House. Joe Biden has already failed African Americans because we're not getting what we want in order to better this country by passing these bills that would protect and benefit us. Just like how the Jews are protected, the LGBTQ are protected, and the Asians are protected. Where is our own protection? Where is our justice against racism? Where is our protection against suppressing the votes, preventing us from voting? That's what I want to know. Alice Walker Johnson from Philly. I'll respond to Alice Walker Johnson in a minute. We got some more emails. What's up, family? Joe Biden and these damn Democrats are a damn disgrace, always manipulating black people with their foolishness, knowing that they don't give a damn about us. Makes them no different from these racist Republicans that will indeed take back the House and Senate in 2022. And I'm not even a Republican. I'm an independent where I can think for myself, because right now, these Democrats can't even do nothing for us black people in America. But they want our damn votes? Get the hell out of here. Mind you, we are taxpayers. Biden and these politicians work for us. The voters of African Americans put them in office. Right now, Joe Biden is too damn old and senile. Won't even stand up to these racist Republicans that want to take this country back to the 1950s, reintroducing Jim Crow laws back on the books. Jim Ford from Detroit, Michigan. Thanks, Jim Ford from the 313 and Alice Walker from the 267. Let me say this. Joe Biden is going to be, in my opinion, is going to be a one-term president. And the Republicans, sadly, and God forbid, will take back the House and Senate in 2022. I myself is not a Republican. I'm also an independent as well. Because right now, this is not looking good for the Democrats because they are so effed up right now. They won't even stand up to these racist, Trump-supporting Republicans. They don't want nothing to do with the George Floyd bill, nor the John Lewis bill that would benefit African Americans and people of color when it comes to voting rights and equal justice.
Well, that's what happens when you don't do right by black people and people of color in this country.
Right.
If or when these Democrats lose the House and Senate this year in 2022 to these damn racist, bigoted Republicans, Joe Biden and the lame-ass Democrats has nobody but to blame but themselves.
I agree.
Joe Biden could have stacked the Supreme Court to protect our democracy. Not just Joe Biden, but Joe Manchin stalling the Democratic Senate is one of the reasons why these Democrats can't get nothing done for the American people.
Right.
Y'all Democrats are giving these Republicans what they want in order to win over the American people.
Yes.
And that opens the door once again for Donald Trump to take back the White House in 2024. And that would be Joe Biden's political downfall.
Unfortunately.
Hey, I'm no fan of either Republicans or Democrats.
Nope.
Because both of them are in cahoots.
Yep, for a long
We
time.
know that.
Oh, yeah.
They're all about getting votes, gaining power, and giving the American people the finger that you do not count in our decisions for America.
Hell no.
Look what's about to happen with Roe v. Wade. Man, if they overturn abortion rights by June of this year, these ass Democrats are done, as far as I'm concerned.
And Joe Biden will be a lame duck president with his old ass.
For real.
That's right.
And this time, I don't blame just the Republicans that are about to take over the House and Senate come the fall of this year. Because Biden is too damn old, too damn senile, and too much of a dumbass.
I was never really a big fan of Joe Biden.
Hell no.
I always been a fan of Barack Obama when he was president.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Biden stayed relevant is because of Obama.
Of course.
That's number one.
That's mostly it.
Number two, we had no choice as voters on election day to vote for the lesser of two evils when it comes to Joe Biden and Donald Trump in the last presidential election?
Well, when it comes to us black and brown people, I don't think Joe Biden is going to have them same votes that he got in 2020.
No.
If he don't do right by us. Thus far, he hasn't done that.
Nope. We got some more emails. Well, let me ask y'all liberals a question. Here we go. How's Sleepy Joe doing for the blacks and the Hispanics since he became the so-called president after he done stole the election from the real president, Donald Trump? Biden ain't done a damn thing for the blacks nor the Hispanics because Biden and the Democrats are out for themselves to bring this country down to their level. Well, buddy, I got news for you. That's all going to change when the Republicans do take back the House and Senate this year and then move forward as Trump takes back his throne in the White House, continuing to make America great again. And if I were Kyle Rittenhouse, who's America's youngest hero of mine, he should run for Congress and encourage other young patriotic Americans to do the same.
What?
Go Brandon. Go Trump. 2024. God bless America.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Conservative Cal Higgins from Huntsville, Alabama. Lord have mercy. Absolutely hit that tape.
I blame the Democrats for this. I mean, seriously. Right now, they are the cause of this mess.
Oh, you think?
Duh.
See now, Biden and these lame-ass Democrats, they asked for this mess.
Right.
Because they ain't doing a goddamn thing to stand up to these racist bigots like conservative Cal, who thinks Kyle Rittenhouse is some goddamn hero to America, going across state lines and killing 2 innocent people during the protests. And then gets off by a racist judge and an all-white jury saying that Rittenhouse should run for U.S. Congress.
My ass.
Lord have mercy.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, as racist, crazy, and radical she is, would love to see Kyle Rittenhouse run for Congress and poison the minds of young Americans
of course.
who think this country only belongs to them and not for blacks and people of color. I also blame Joe Biden and these Democrats for letting this happen. This is looking real bad for these Democrats.
Not only that, Joe Biden said that the jury system worked after Rittenhouse got acquitted. And to add insult to injury,
what a dumbass.
The investigation of Emmett Till that has been investigated for decades, the FBI, under his administration, closed that case with the racially motivated murder of Emmett Till. Can you believe
Not
that?
surprised.
America will get exactly what they deserve if or when these Republicans take back the House and Senate. And I just found out that our sister Stacey Abrams is running for governor during the midterm campaign once again. God bless that sister. I'm praying for her. I'm praying that this sister doesn't get screwed again by this racist bigot named Brian Kemp, currently the Georgia governor who stole the last election.
Correct.
See, that's what these Republicans are all about. Cheat to win, suppress the votes, limit these polling places for black and brown people, making sure that our votes don't count.
For real.
If these Democrats been had the John Lewis Voting Rights Protection Act put into place as a federal law already, then these Republican governors wouldn't have to sign these Jim Crow bills into law preventing black and brown people and people of color from voting.
Right.
And like I said, when the Democrats lose this year, and I hope that does not happen, but if they lose this year without no kind of federal protection for the voters who are voting, the Democrats need to blame themselves for their own loss once they lose all these seats.
They might as well give that Buto Trump the keys back to the White House come 2024. The way these Democrats are,
Might as
it
well.
is now a train wreck for them going into the midterm elections.
We got this final email. As a proud voter and a once Democrat, I am now an independent. I'm very disappointed with President Biden and the Democrats. They are in a very weak position right now, where the Republicans can now take advantage of this opportunity and say, I told you that Biden and the Democrats are weak down in Washington. And currently they are. As a white female, I'm very appalled for what he said about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, that the system works. What? This was an all-white jury that got him off for killing 2 protesters in another state. And Biden is applauding that? He just cost the Democrats the midterm elections.
You think?
Kim Cook from Cincinnati, Ohio.
She ain't
Look,
lying.
thanks for your email, Kim Cook. Look, when I heard Biden said the American jury system works in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, which he did got off by an all-white jury and by a corrupted racist judge, nothing surprises me anymore coming out of the old senile mouth of Joe Biden.
I am now convinced that Joe Biden is going to be a one-term president.
For real.
Lord, I hope he does not run for a second term. I don't think Joe Biden's going to make it to a second term, to be honest.
Really?
He needs to pass the torch over to Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. I am so sick of Joe Biden at this moment.
Aren't we
Lord
all?
have mercy. hypocrisy.
I'm sick of these weak-ass Democrats not fighting back against these racist, Trump-loving Republicans.
Right.
Does Joe Biden realize what is at stake here in America?
That's why Joe Biden and these Democrats need to end the filibuster. But Joe Manchin, a closet Republican, and Kristen Sinema, also a Republican, are blocking that from happening to get all these goddamn bills passed and restore voting rights here in America, which Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema are against voting rights, as we can see.
Right.
But his old senile ass won't even do that. So therefore, Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy will do everything in their white power to steal the House and Senate away from Democrats and still blame Biden for their weakness and cowardly behavior towards these damn Republicans.
Joe Biden is completely washed up.
Yeah.
Just like LeBron.
Joe Biden been washed up.
Right.
He's been down in Washington for 50 damn years and still don't know what the hell he's doing.
Hell no.
As for LeBron, not to throw off the subject, he needs to retire completely. Period.
For
LeBron
real.
is too slow and also senile for his age. How old is Queen James anyways? 56 years old and still can't catch up with MJ and Kobe winning more NBA championships? All right. That should do it for the email bag. We'll do this again on Friday. Ricky got that positive note up next. Keep it locked, everyone. It's the IPES. Good evening.
The world's most kick-ass online radio show, the iPower Evening Show.
Mix it up Friday, Wednesday. It's the iPower Evening Show.
One nation under urban music. iPower 98.9.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com, keyword iPower FM.
Coming up tomorrow on iPower 1, DeMarco J, UnPretty Ricky, and Stefan Mason.
Time Channel Thursday.
The iPower Evening Show. Keep it locked on iPower 1 FM. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program does not reflect the views or opinions of Heart Planet Media, iPower 1, the volunteers of this station, nor its advertisements.
All right, the show is over. Thanks for listening to us on this Mix It Up Friday Wednesday, celebrating 15 years on iPower 1. We'll do this again tomorrow, same time. Rafael has the rest of the week off. Stefan is here tomorrow. Please take the iPower 1 challenge, listening to all 4 hours of this online radio show. Let your heart be the judge of what you think of our program.
Yes, indeed. We got more commercial-free neo soul and R&B music on the way at the top of the hour. We're always streaming live. If you missed the whole entire show tonight, go to our official website, iPower1FM.com, or at tuner.com, keyword iPowerFM. Download the app for free on your phone or tablet to pick up our online radio show. Plus, you can check out the whole entire show now on YouTube, keyword iPower 1 Nation Real.
Huge shout-outs to iPower 1 Nation for listening. Take care of yourselves out there. And furthermore, till we meet again, which is tomorrow, enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. God bless. Be safe. We're gone. And in closing, Ricky, give us that positive note.
Yeah, this is for those out there who some people sees you as less than. As I say, don't let somebody determine your self-worth. You are amazing inside and out.
Our mics are now cold. You got 19 hours till our mics get hot. Keep it locked tomorrow. It's the IPES, and we're out the door.
We out.
Peace.
I
ain't got no more talk.
We there.
Be out. Be out. Be out. Be out. Be out.
Mix it up Friday, Wednesday. It's the iPower Evening Show.
New York City never sleeps, right? Neither does iPower 989 FM. One nation under urban music.
Check out the whole entire 4-hour radio show on TuneIn.com, keyword iPower FM.
iPower 989, One Nation under urban music in the New York tri-state area. Celebrating 15 years on iPower 1. We are on the local side, wrapping things up for tonight. Thank you to our listeners in New York City. Shout out to the 5 boroughs of Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Plus Yonkers and New Rochelle checking in from New York. Also shout outs to our listeners in Newark, Patterson, and New Brunswick checking in from New Jersey. Big shout outs to Hartford, Bridgeport, New Haven, and Stamford for checking in from Connecticut and the rest of the tri-state area. Shout outs to our listeners in Philly, Harrisburg, Pittsburgh, checking in parts of Pennsylvania. Plus shout outs to Boston, Worcester, and Springfield. Still listening, checking in from Massachusetts. Shout-outs to our listeners in New Hampshire, and shout-outs to Providence, who are still listening, checking in from Rhode Island. Thank you for taking the iPower 1 Challenge, listening to all 4 hours of the radio show, broadcasting from New York. We'll see y'all tomorrow, live at 7 p.m. Eastern, for Time Tunnel Thursday. We got an hour of commercial-free music up next. I'm the media guy, DeMarco J. Keep it locked as always, here on New York Side Power 989.